The following story is taken from the archives of the Near-Death Experience Research Foundation and is published under the Fair Use Doctrine.
If you are new to this channel, welcome. We publish videos about near-death experiences and the afterlife as a way of bringing hope to those who are hopeless and show the world that life after death truly exists. If you enjoy this video, please like it, subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to be notified each time we post a new video. Today's testimony.
I died and discovered a powerful realm of light. I was in a car, with my family, on a trip in India when suddenly there was a commotion. There was a sound of the car going off-road, and I could see both my brothers, the one who was sitting in the back and the one in the front, jumping and trying to catch the wheel. The car was tumbling down the mountain. The circumstances in the car were in the back of my awareness. In the front of my awareness, I heard a masculine, comforting voice say several times slowly, "It is all okay." Part of the meaning of this in Hebrew is, everything is in order. Surprisingly, I was experiencing absolute peace and I felt no fear. As the car was tumbling down the mountain, turning and bumping against the hard surfaces, the voice calmly said, "Roll with it, as if it was just a movement exercise." Feeling absolute peace, I let myself roll. The voice came as if from inside of my head, but at the same time it wasn't me. It was very comforting, stable and strong. I did not recognize the voice, but I connected to it very deeply, and knew I could trust it with all my heart. As I was rolling with every tumble, I suddenly wasn't in the car anymore. I experienced complete trust. I was surrounded with space, as I saw my whole life unfolding. I was watching millions of the pictures of my life's events, like a movie broken down into picture frames. All the little deeds, thoughts and moments upon moments, even the ones I forgot ever happened, they were all there. As I was watching this linear unfolding of pictures, I realized that just by looking and focusing on a specific picture, zooming in on it, I could also enter that scene and then come back out of it, zoom out and return to my place of observation. Everything connected to everything, with delicate threads of light, which were the gaps between each moment. It showed my connection to other people, other souls, other incidents, moments past, future and present. There was complete order and complete acceptance of everything. Then, there were no more pictures, but a strong sense of motion forwards. I now was continuing onwards. I felt that I was leaping forward. There was nothing around me. There was only space. I tried to understand where I was. I felt very clear in my mind. I also felt happy and light. I was in another realm. Somehow, I was still alive, but I didn't have my body. I now realized and understood that there was life after death. I have died and left my body, yet I still exist. Next, I felt myself emerging out of a vacuum-like blackness. I had immense speed. I had no body, but my spirit had eyes. Around me was a scenery like earth, I thought. There were trees and rocks, we were on a mountainside, and found myself looking at this immense light. It was amazing. I recognized the light from meditation experiences I had, moments of insight, spiritual experiences, and strong experiences of unconditional love. Actually, I realized this light was threaded inside every moment of my life, and I have always known it and had access to it. I felt deep intimacy and powerful love, a great surrender, relief and joy. At each moment, every situation, and every thought, the light is always available to us. If we're aware that it's there, we can remind ourselves to call on it, to connect to it. I was now sitting near this light, near the source of it. I had never felt it so strongly. It was everything. Everything I have ever needed, everything I need, or everything I might ever need in the future. Everything was in this light. It was warm. It had an immense healing and nourishing quality to it. It was pure, immense, powerful unconditional love. I knew I could trust this light. I was kneeling in front of this light. All I could feel was a great yearning to be part of it. I was aware of being presented with a choice. With gratitude, I decide that I must emerge with this light. I know that I do not want to choose anything different. I smiled a big smile and jumped. For one eternal moment, I was one with it. The next moment I saw my body lying down on the ground and felt like I was entering it. I came back to life. I understood that, somehow, I'm back in life. I felt quite surprised, since I didn't think I made that choice. The first thing I realized was that I cannot breathe. The voice that was with me at the beginning of my experience came again and said, "Contract your diaphragm." I did forcefully, and that's how I started to breathe. Then I began to feel my senses. There was a terrible taste in my mouth like dirt, and a horrible smell in the air that was filled with gasoline and smoke. For the next hour, many interesting things happened. I think that because of the NDE, a different window of perception has suddenly opened in my awareness. It was as if that window took some time to close. For a while, even though I was back here in my body, I could get glimpses from that other realm. I can in all honesty say that my NDE was the most powerful, insightful and joyous experience I had ever had. Thanks for listening.
The previous testimony was taken from the archives of the Near-Death Experience Research Foundation and is published under the Fair Use Doctrine.
Today's testimony. I died and discovered a powerful realm of light.